Good morning. It's a little earlier than I've been videoing this coffee with Carla. You can tell by what kind of vessel I'm drinking from because when I use a to-go tumbler, I'm still on my tea. So that's like my first bits of caffeine in the morning. So just excuse all this because this is only my second tea of the morning. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. By the time I get to my coffee, I'm okay to have it in a mug because like clearly these things, see, words don't work as well for me earlier in the morning. These hold the heat in longer, which is important while I make my way through my tea. But by the time I actually wake up and I'm into coffee, that's like my weird routine. I don't take very long to drink my coffee, my big mug of coffee. I'm like, good. And next, moving on. So, anyways, it's a little earlier this morning, but I was really excited because yesterday the FedEx truck came. So exciting. And I got a new pair of pants. I'll show you. They're like, I know they're like not spectacular, but for me, this is amazing. These are some Under Armour, and they're just regular. Okay, I know what you're thinking. You're like, that's great, Carla. Good for you. But the thing is that I like to have a good pair of sweats to just, have my coffee in the morning or my tea. And the pair of sweats that I had been using are, I have them in like the giveaway pile. I don't know who would want them though, because they're like not, they don't fit. They don't, I don't know how they would fit anyone. There's like when you look at them on a human, the backside has like a bunch of extra material, so it like sags, so it's like droopy, and it makes it look like your butt is like down to your knees, but it's not fitted. It's like the kind of sweats your grandpa would wear if he wore sweat. Actually, they're literally the exact same brand and everything that my father-in-law wears. So, and he don't care what he looks like. And apparently neither do I. So, but Ian suggested, like you can spend some money on some clothes, Carla. And I was like, why do I need to? So it wasn't like a full-on intervention, which I have had before. But he was like, just buy yourself a pair of sweats. Like just, even if they remotely resemble a human body shape, that's probably good. So, and he was right. I do feel better in my fancy pants, my new fancy sweats. Anyways, so I'm excited this morning. The other reason why I'm up a little earlier is because I wanted to do what I call a 10-mile day. And it started with, I just one day a while back was like, I talked about before that I have a treadmill just sort of sitting in the middle of the floor, and I have it on, and I'll just hop on it for like 10 minutes to warm up a little bit. And I'll do like, a quarter of a mile or whatever. Again, I really should change it to kilometers, but I don't know how. And and then I will do that like throughout the day, and then throughout the day I'll have like a few miles. So it's not like I get on it and do, well, once in a while I do, but anyway. So a couple months back I was like, well, I want to do like a 10-mile day where I actually try, and I'll do like 30 minutes at a time and maybe a little jog, and then do that a few times a day and make 10 miles just for something. I don't know, especially during COVID, like we need something to do like once in a while, that's makes you get a big hit of dopamine, like that I did that, right? And this certainly did. That day I didn't actually make 10 miles, but I felt good. I did more than I usually did, and I also did more other stuff. So now when I wake up and I'm like, it's a 10-mile day, feel it. Days that I feel like I have more energy, not look like I have more energy, but when I feel like I have more energy, like today, uh, I figure may as well just go for it. because these are the days that I get like a lot accomplished. And then at the end of the day, I really deserve my reward, whatever that is. Usually it's sleep. I usually crash right after. But days like my 10-mile days, I don't do much social media. I don't really do much of anything other than just my stuff to do. So today I'm going to work on 10 miles for real. And if you're like a runner and you're like 10 miles is nothing, then your 10-mile day might be like 20 miles. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not a runner. So I do, I like to run, but I'm like Phoebe running like on Friends. That's my, yeah. So I also have to do like just house maintenance and Carla maintenance. I gotta do my nails. They're like chipping, and not that I go out or anything, but I do feel like it's important to try to like keep myself a little bit maintained, got the sweats. I buy a new pair of sweats every 5 years, whether I need them or not. And I have to wash my floors because this is a good reason. Katya, my daughter, made lunches for her and JJ for school today. So sweet. She made, my kids have to make their own lunches, but she made like their snack, and she made, well, Ian made homemade pizza last night. So she put in a couple slices of pizza, even though it's actually hot lunch day at school. She didn't remember that, but whatever. They've got more than enough food. And she also made yogurt with blueberries in it. But apparently some of the blueberries fell on the floor because when I woke up this morning, uh, it looked like a purple fairy had been murdered in my kitchen. It was like purple blue, like streaks and marks everywhere. So I don't know how many she dropped. And then if she like danced on them, I'm not sure what she did, but she woke up before me and like, or stayed up later than me. No, she was asleep before me. So she woke up early to make these lunches, or actually killed a small fairy. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah. So I have to mop my floors before anyone else wakes up and walks in the kitchen. So yeah, that'll be part of my 10-mile day. And then I just got some other stuff that I want to do. I was thinking of doing a video, and I'll post it maybe tomorrow, of my stretching routine. Like, my stretching routine is a little bit different than even when I use my own videos to stretch. I have like different props and things. So it'll be like an intermediate type of a stretch with, I use just different, I'll show you. I'll do that just so you guys can see the weirdness that I do when I stretch, because I don't know, why not? And thinking of maybe doing another video of vinyasa, like a really good upper body vinyasa. Side planks, stuff like that, things that I don't normally throw my vinyasas, so some cool stuff. I was going to do that today as well. My 10-mile day is usually packed, and I usually do not actually accomplish all the things on my list. I put in like 4 days worth of work into one day, and it doesn't all get done, but a lot gets done. So at the end of the day, I'm like, well, I didn't get everything done, but holy smokes, I did, There was one bit of advice, like I still do, like Google life hacks and things, how to be more productive, how to be more efficient, all that sort of stuff. And one piece of advice that I actually really disagreed with, I mean, it's good in theory and on paper, it looks great, but the suggestion was every day when you start your day, pretend that that's your last day before vacation. So if you're at work, you like clear your whole desk so that everything is done. Do not leave the office until everything's done. I read this information when I worked in film, and just do that every single day. So at home, like you're about to leave your house for vacation. So before you go to work, your house is immaculate, or before you go to sleep, your house is immaculate. All of your laundry's done. Everything is done. So you do that every day. That sounds great, doesn't it? The problem with that is that humans are cyclical. Like we can't sustain that. Like if you go full tilt every day forever, you will burn out. So that's why I really like the idea of the 10-mile day, because then it's once in a while. And you know what? Tomorrow, probably I'm going to relax a little bit and do some of my, like, I don't know, hang out with people, socializing, like on Zoom or whatever. That's when I do my just really fun stuff. Like I think today some of my, yoga teacher trainees are going to be handing in some work. So tomorrow I get to look at that, which is really fun. That's one of my fun jobs I love doing. Yeah, so just like tomorrow will be like fun work. Maybe reading, because I have lots of yoga books that I read, and it's certainly not challenging or difficult, so it's fun reading. The other thing too that I like to do on my 10 mile day is try to make it as fun as possible. It could be just like having a reward. Like when I do my 10 mile day, I'm going to have a chocolate sundae or something at the end of the day, like something as a reward. And also when I'm on the treadmill, that's my time to watch like stuff on YouTube. And technically on my 10 mile day, I should be like doing stuff that's informative for me because I watch a lot of educational YouTube, like videos like this, like life hacks. I do a lot of that and it really, really helps. I watch different like documentaries and stuff like that that are really helpful to me because then I can pass all that info on to you, that sort of thing. But then sometimes I watch just like, if I'm doing a 10 mile day, I'm like, no, some of it's going to be just what I want to watch. So I watch just like whatever, whatever floats your boat. So yeah, that's mostly all I was going to talk about this morning. I was going to keep it a little bit short so that I can get going on to my 10 mile day and get it going. So let me know if you have any questions about that because it's something that really, really helps me. That way I can do 10 mile days like once in a while. And then I don't feel every day like, oh, today was such a failure. I can end my day going, well, I didn't do much today, but yesterday was my 10 mile day. So I'm good, or well, tomorrow I'll do a 10 mile day. So it's okay. And that way when you do slack, it's fine. It's okay. So yeah, yesterday I had big plans too, but for some reason, it's like when I call it a 10 mile day, then I'm like, it's on. Oh, it's on. Like we're gonna be doing this. So whereas if I wake up and I'm like, today I'm gonna get a lot done, it doesn't work out. You have to commit. Like, this is what I'm doing. I make my list. So that's what I do when I journal. I make my list. So I've got my list here of all the things I'm going to do. So I don't know if you can read this, but my journal is like not private. I always tell my husband or my kids, like, if you're having trouble sleeping at night, just read mommy's journal. It's really boring because it's all about my to-do list, all the things I'm going to clean, and YouTube videos I've watched. It's really boring. But anyway, it helps me a lot. So I'm going to end here and get started on my 10 mile day. So let me know if you want to in the comment section. Let me know what your 10 mile day consists of. Like, what will that do? Are you interested in it? Or you're like, no, Carla, that's ridiculous. I'm not doing a stupid 10 mile day. Anyways, I do hope you have a really, really good rest of your day, and I will see you in the morning. Bye for now, and namaste.